back to my channel. It's been a hot minute, like 2 years, maybe a year, maybe 2, I don't remember, but hello. I have not made a video in a very long time. That's really irritating to me, simply because everything in my life, literally everything, has changed. A lot of it for the better, a lot of it for the worse, just a lot of change has happened, and I'm really excited to be back. I'm really hoping that I have time to be back as much as I want to be, and I'm really excited to slurp some tea. Today, I'm going to be talking about something I have already talked about. I was going through my old videos and I was rewatching them, and I hated every single one of them, and I cringed in every single one of them, and the one that made me cringe the most was the one where I talked about what paganism, witchcraft, and Wicca all means to me personally. And because it's a personal definition video, of course it's always going to change. I read this quote once that said, "Witchcraft is like the soul, and no two souls are the same." So nobody's definition of witchcraft is ever going to be the same. It's all going to be different depending on how you practice and how you define it. So I'm going to just be redefining some terms based on my personal perception, and hopefully I can articulate it much better than I did the first time, because the first time I thought I had articulated it quite well, and I had not at all. It was ugh. And forgive me if I'm a little bit nasally. I am getting over a cold, I guess. But yeah, let's get right into it. Basically, what I am going to be redefining are 4 terms. Well, redefining for me, 4 terms. And that is going to be paganism, Wicca, and witchcraft, and also magic, like spell work and stuff. To start off, we're going to start with paganism. Paganism is any non-Abrahamic pre-Christian religion. Any non-Abrahamic pre-Christian religion. Usually it has to do with earth worship and the cycles like day and night and nature, and usually it has a pantheon, so it's polytheistic. Not always, but usually pagan religions tend to be more spiritually based and polytheistic. Examples of paganism would be Wicca, Taoism, Confucianism, Hinduism, stuff like that. Just things that are pre-Christian and non-Abrahamic. The 3 main Abrahamic religions, as you know, would be Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. So anything before those religions and that don't follow the same setup as those religions would be considered pagan. Voodoo, etc., just stuff like that. Paganism defined as such would be considered a religion. It is a type of religion. It's an umbrella term for multiple religions, but basically it is a religion based on pre-Christian ideas of how the earth works and how you worship the earth and how your practice revolves around the earth's cycles and stuff like that. Wicca is a religion that was born out of a branch of pagan witchcraft that was officially defined somewhere in the 50s. It got the code the Wiccan Read in the 70s, and Wicca is essentially a type of earth-worshipping paganism that has to do with spellcraft and dealing with elements and spirits, and it's basically just a pagan version of witchcraft that is a little more religious than practical, where Wicca would be the religious aspect, witchcraft would be the practice, and paganism is the umbrella term that encompasses both to make like Wicca an official religion. So Wicca is religion. That I am certain I did not articulate properly, simply because I am no longer Wiccan. I was Wiccan for about 6 years, and I'm still a witch, I'm still pagan, don't get me wrong, I am very much still pagan, I'm very much still a witch, but Wicca specifically as a group or as a religion has turned me off completely. And I've been a witch for about 10 years now. It's been about 10 years that I've been on this path, and for 6 of those years I was Wiccan, and I slowly but surely moved away from it simply because Wicca just isn't for me. I find it to be a little too dogmatic these days, and traditional Wicca, sure, Wicca as it is today, is a little too dogmatic, it's a little too just organized, and that's not what I need in a pagan religion. Witchcraft is a practice, whereas Wicca and paganism are religions. So paganism is an umbrella religion, and Wicca is a specific branch of that religion that involves witchcraft. Witchcraft is the practice of magic and spells and rituals and stuff like that. Witchcraft is the use of magic, and you can be any religion and be a witch. I know Christian witches, I know Buddhist witches, I know Jewish witches, I know Hindi witches. Like, it just depends on whether or not your religion can incorporate witchcraft into it, and it's not always called that. Sometimes it can be called Santeria, if you get where I'm going with it. So witchcraft is simply the practice of magic and spell work. Whether you want to call it that or not, that's what witchcraft is. And magic and spell work is the manipulation of energy to manifest results based on your own intentions. It's literally just moving energy, it's changing energy to create and manifest something that you desire through intention. And it doesn't always have to use tools, it doesn't always have to use an altar. It could just be something as simple as lighting a candle, or it could be something as simple as a couple of words and incantations under your breath, or like the movement of a hand. It doesn't have to be anything big. All it is moving energy to manifest your intentions. Usually that involves some type of tool or ingredient or incantation, but again, it does not always have to. After defining those 4 things much more succinctly, I hope that I've redeemed myself from my past video, because that was just ridiculous. I like showed a chart in it, I think. I deleted it because I don't want anyone to ever see that mess again. 141 people saw it. And I'm very excited to start doing new videos again. This was just me jumping my feet back into it. I hope you all are having a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. So blessed be. I hope to see you soon.